Hello, Deck It Out DIYers. Thanks for joining me for our October Deck It Out Tray of the Month. So this month, Highland Cow is our theme, and it is also October, so we are giving you another themed tray. So if you've been a part of Deck It Out boxes in the past, we do have a Halloween tray already, but this one is just so cute. It was hard to pass up. So all my pieces are laid out. There are so many little pieces this month, so you are going to want to keep the tape so that you can continue to reuse it and tape down your small pieces. So to start out, I am going to take my tape and I'm just gonna, I like to group my pieces together. So I will group, these are all gonna be for the banner. So I'm gonna group those together on a piece of tape. And I just like to keep things together so that when it comes time to assembly with the glue, I have it all in one spot. Okay, so I'm gonna do that and then I will get into painting. All right, for not a huge project, I mean, it has 5 pieces. There are definitely a lot of little pieces to go on each of the big pieces. So I am going to use my markers for a lot of these things, like as far as the letters and the spiders. So a lot of the smaller pieces, if I can get away with using a marker, I'm going to. I am going to keep this tray very traditional Halloween colors. So I'm going to stay with the browns. I probably won't paint every single piece that I want brown. I will probably leave it the wood color. And then a lot of black, orange, yellow probably as well. So I just wanted to share with you that I'm going to use my markers a lot because there's a lot of little pieces. And I'm not going to go too wild and crazy with color because my other Halloween tray is very colorful with purples and greens and all those things. So I wanted this one to be a little bit different. All right, DIYers, once everything is painted and dry, I encourage you to take all your pieces and put them all together before you glue. For example, you'll see things like this that you might need another coat of paint on, and before you glue anything together, it's good to find out if you need another coat of paint or do I not like the paint color. This might not stand out very well, so I'm gonna have to think about, do I wanna leave it like this? And I'm probably gonna do a little bit of a whitewash over it so you can see, boo, a little bit better. Because I did black as my lettering, which I like, I wanna keep. So I'm gonna just change this up a little bit. So I want you to lay everything out to make sure everything is the way you want it to be, to see if you need another coat of paint, and then you can start gluing pieces on. Okay, DIYers, I wanted to show you or give you a few tips when gluing the cow and gluing the barn. They both will have stands. So when you glue these items together, you have to make sure you leave this little spot here open for the stand. So it needs to fit in the slot. Okay, and I don't paint my bases. You certainly can. And if you do, I would encourage you not to get paint inside the slot because that will cause it to not fit. Now, if you do get paint in the slot and you do run into issues where it doesn't fit, sand off some of this, and it's because of the thickness of the paint, plus the paint that you got in the slot. So you can sand some of it off. And I overshot my glue a little bit. So I'm gonna grab a sponge and just wipe it off, wipe it down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so, and I'm never really worried about the glue because it dries clear. So I mean, while I don't encourage you doing that, I don't mean to do it. I'm not gonna be super worried about it because it dries clear and you won't notice it. Okay, so now you wanna shift to make sure it all fits. So I'm moving my cow just a tad to make sure his hoof is in the right spot. Okay, get this one in, hoof in the spot. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that you want to be aware where those places are, and how to make it all work together. Okay, so happy gluing. Remember, less is more. You don't need a ton of glue. In fact, I'm putting on plenty. I would even say in some cases, too much. And I'm gonna go back and do all my detail lines after I get all my pieces glued together, because then I know what they look like and where I want the lines to be. So glue, and then detail lines, and then put the little other details back on. Like, I'm not gonna glue on the hat or the spider until I've done my detail lines, because it will just be easier to paint that without it glued on. All right, so happy gluing and happy detail line adding, and we'll see you at the end. All right, DIYers, here we are. I have my completed projects. I will put twine for your garland in the kit. For your bases, they are a snug fit, and that is on purpose, because the snugger they are, the less they will wobble. So really push your base on, and then your projects will stand. Okay? I hope you had a great time creating the Highland Cow tray. I am super excited to see what colors you paint with this tray. So I will see you in our Deck It Out group.